Hey guys, welcome to my live stream. I'm waiting for everything to load. I guess it has a slow start. I'm going to be doing some free mini readings. If you want a full, they're 25 in the page, on the page. Hey guys, how are you? I'm just letting the stream load. I guess it's coughing a little bit. It's having a little bit of a hard time, I guess. So here's what I'm gonna do. If you guys have a love question, so love or career, one or the other, I'm gonna be doing some free mini readings. If you want a full one, my name's Lucy. I'm a professional astrologer and psychic. So if you want a full reading, they're 25. But if you want a free one, all you have to do is I will add you as a guest speaker so I can hear your voice and we can communicate. And I'll go ahead and do those free mini readings, all right, to help you out, give you some clarity. And like I said, the free readings are, they're complimentary. Hey guys, how are you? Just waiting for the stream to start up a little bit. I guess it's slow start. Okay, so the first one is Sade. Let me go ahead and add you as a guest speaker, sweetheart. Give me 1 second. Let's see. It doesn't let me add you as a guest. Let me see. Let me try again. Oh, okay. Yes, it does. Did it work?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Nice to meet you. What is your sun sign?
My sun, I don't really know. All I know is I'm a Taurus.
Yeah, no, that is what your sun sign is.
Oh, then, yeah, Taurus.
Okay. All right, sweetheart. And how can I help you today? What is your question?
I'm just wondering if I would get back with this person. I feel like we have so much communication, but I don't know if I should still be stuck on this mindset of getting back with them or just finally like move on and go on with my life.
Okay, easy enough. So all I need from you is to tell me his sun sign. By the way, sun sign or star sign or zodiac sign or horoscope sign, it's all the same thing.
He was born in August. I think that's like, I forgot off the top of my head. Let me look at it.
You mean the day?
August 21st.
Oh, okay. Good enough. And let's find out. So I'm going to do two things. The first thing I'm going to do is, you know what? I should lower the camera, but okay, that's fine. I'm going to do first a dice cast, and then I'm going to go in with some tarot to give you an answer, okay?
Okay.
All right, sweetheart. Give me 1 second. all of that just to get to that. Huh. I'll explain it in a minute. It sounds weird, but just give me
Okay.
a second, okay?
It's okay.
Okay, let me explain what's going on. So my focus is to answer you about the Leo, okay? That's my focus. However, when I went to cast, something layered crossed over. Like in other words, something about your love life. And I figured, okay, I know, so it has nothing to do with him, but there was a situation, this is not super important, but might as well just tell you, because why I was quiet for so long.
Okay.
There was a situation where a female didn't know, meaning you, okay, but I'm just saying like the way I saw it in the energy. I'm seeing a woman that wasn't sure if she should continue with this guy. And the guy was kind of like waiting on her, but at the same time was ready to start like a side hustle. Like, in other words, he had somebody on the side, not at the same time. It was almost like, okay, if she doesn't choose me, I'm going in this direction. I'm not waiting on her.
Yeah.
You see? So that was weird. And I'm like, okay, that's not what she's asking me. So that I tapped into like another part of your love life. So I left it alone. Now I'm going to go right into the Leo. Okay. So give me 1 second. If that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right. Okay. This is getting a little complicated because this is showing me that, first of all, there's two guys that show up here. One of them is wanting to be in the picture, but is not. And the other one is the one that you're asking about. And it seems like his focus is fixated on something in his life that can take away from the dedication to the relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's something that you can't take it personal. It's his own journey. So this can also be like when a person is, focused on career or school or something with money, or it's one of these pivotal points. And that when math and finances and job and issues with, businesses and things are taking off and love is taking off, sometimes either the love suffers or the work suffers. Not always, but there's a timing thing sometimes. And I see that there's kind of like a clash here. Okay. Now let me look into his feelings a minute. I'm going to do this with tarot cards. So. Okay. Wow. Runes. So the first thing that I'm seeing in this section that I'm working on is, again, two men show up. So one of them is of another culture or background than you. and another one is of the same. And the problem is that one of them can hold you back and restrict you and control you.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out which is which, okay? Give me 1 second. Thank you for your patience, by the way.
It's okay. Like, I'm grateful. So I'm very patient.
Okay. Okay. So the final answer for you is that the August 21st guy, okay? I can see the chemistry and I can see in the way that you can be absolutely drawn to each other. I do see that. But all in all, when you look at it realistically, sometimes he's hot and sometimes he's cold.
Yeah.
And the inconsistency is hurtful. And there are things that just because a couple of things are really, really golden and sparkly, when you look at the big picture, it's not good. The path with the other one seems like it brings a lot more laughter and joy. So this is the kind of thing where life is kind of saying, love-wise right now, keep exploring and don't try to, because see, Taurus being very feminine, very, very Venus energy, but Taurus is the little homemaker, you know, she feels comfortable in her little home. She wants a his and hers. She's you know, she wants her stable man, you know, and cozy, you know, they're very cozy. And, you know, I could understand why Taurus wants to, you know, make that decision and you know, bond with somebody and have it be real and long lasting.
Yeah.
But this is a time where life is saying, don't bond too fast. Keep in seeing what if it suits your needs, and be a little bit more patient because broaden your horizons more. That there are more options for you at this time. I can take a closer look with astrology and look at a horoscope for your love life, but I don't want to confuse you on the information. A lot of times when I throw tarot and all these different things at people, it's just, you just want clarity. So all I'm just trying to tell you, sweetheart, is it seems to me like when you know the one, you know, it feels so right that it's magnetic and you don't even question it, you know, unless you've lived through a lot. And then that's when a person becomes more like, ooh, I don't know, you know, but I just don't see that these are the right choices. I would say that the other one brings a lot more joy and laughter. Settling down with Mr. August 21st, I see that in the long run, it can wear you down. And I believe that sometimes it has already.
Yeah, it definitely did a lot. Like, there's been like so much yes and on and on and off that it low-key just hurts my feelings a lot. And I think that I finally have the clarity, like, that I need to step back and not let him bring me down if there's a maybe we'll get back together, maybe this will happen, and finally explore my choices and allow myself to have that feelings with other people.
Let me look at your, do you know the time that you were born? The exact time that you were born?
8:26 p.m.
And you're sure that's exactly right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I keep a photo of my birth certificate because of that reason.
Okay. Let me go ahead and, do you mind? Do you want me to go ahead and do that?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so this is a really quick love horoscope to see what's going on in the like, think of it like the weather, you know, what's the weather going to be like, you know? Let me take a look and see what's going on love energy wise in your future, because we looked into two connections. I want to look at, like, in general, what's going on with your love life. Okay, so let's see. I'm on astro.com, so I'm just doing like a basic thing here that I have set up. Okay, so your birthday is May what?
My birthday's April 27th.
Okay, April 27th. No kitty. Okay, and what year, sweetie?
1994.
Okay, good year. All right, and you said it was 8 a.m. or no, I'm sorry, 8 what?
8:26 p.m.
Oh, p.m. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and what city or country?
New York.
Okay. New York City or?
Yeah.
One more thing, I seem to pull something up here. That's the hard part about astrology. You gotta, it's not just pushing a button. Okay, there we are. Okay. The big thing that starts the reading is someone wants to be back in the picture with you. So if the Leo guy hasn't told you that yet, he's going to. So this, I don't know if he's verbal. I don't know if you're at that point where he has said, "Hey, let's get back together," or you know. But he's going to if he hasn't. So this is very near current future. This is someone wanting to be back in the picture with you. You know. All right. The next thing after that, and by the way, this time around, if you did say yes, it would be very different, but not necessarily in a good way, because there are things that he doesn't say. So in other words, this is showing that there's a secretive side that we didn't address before, but I can see it here.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So the very next thing that I see, focusing on love, because there's a lot here, but I'm just doing the love thing here. I would say I'm going to mess with the date a little bit. Let's take it down to July. Let's do the 21st a minute. Okay. Yeah, around the summer, there's going to be, this year in particular, it doesn't seem like you solve your love puzzle just yet so clearly, but it gets better in the autumn. But let me tell you about some other love connections.
Okay.
You already know about the one you asked about.
Yeah.
Let's focus on some new stuff coming in. These are going to be some options, and it's up to you and how you feel when you cross that bridge. But I'm just giving you a perspective on your love life coming up. There's going to be someone around maybe the end of spring or smack in the middle of summer around that time where you meet someone at work that's interested in you. If you don't work and you go to school, then it would be at school. If you don't work and you help someone out with something, it would be while you're helping someone out. So it would be whatever you are involved in that takes up most of your day. So some people are doing charity work, some people work from home, you know, whatever that is. It's just talking about attraction in whatever would be your work hours. So this is someone that's going to see you and gravitate towards you, and they are comfortable financially, this person. Okay, so there's attraction there. Another potential that I see is around autumn. One, the first thing about him that I notice is very attractive with face and body. So this person, instead of charm, you know, some people can be super, have a swag because of their charm, and some
Yeah.
people, they don't have much personality, but they have actual really nice features. So this one is feature wise very handsome, a connection. And this is someone who you may be introduced to, because this person is a lot more subtle, and you kind of have to strike the conversation, and it's a little bit awkward at first, but then the attraction starts. That is another thing coming. And then there's someone that I like the connection very much. Out of all the ones that I'm seeing, this is one that this person is high energy and they're very creative. And, you know, they have like an artistic flair to them. And they're very romantic. So it's not that they have super, super handsome features, and it's not that they have a lot of money or anything like that, but they're just cool as they are. There's something very edgy and cool about them. And I think they're a good fit. And this is going to be around autumn, and it might be that he sees you and falls, like a love at first sight kind of thing. And this guy's younger. So those are the things that I see, and it doesn't mean make a choice. I already told you that the big clincher of this reading is life is saying you have attraction, you're gonna radiate, you know, connections, you're gonna have people interested in you. It's a time to see what you want. It's a time to heal and align with you. There's a lot of career things that you have to be thinking about. There's a lot of decisions you are going to be facing, and a lot of things spiritually, a lot of things,
Yeah.
you know, with your own journey of things that are going on, some family stuff that's might be heavy going on. And it's a packed year. But with love life, you're going to get those connections. You don't have to jump at the first connection because you think that that's the one. What I'm trying to tell you is this is a time where you're going to have a lot of those connections, and like I said, hold off till the autumn if you can. It's up to you. You will be able to assess how you feel with each one of these potential romances that are going to cross your path. I do not believe Mr. August 21 is the guy for you.
That's very like eye-opening. It's like I think it's something like when you know something but you feel like you need kind of like verification for it in the moment. Yeah, it's something like that. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It definitely gave me a brighter side on what I want to do and how I want to go until autumn, and the decisions I need to make not only for my love life but for myself.
Right. Put yourself first, sweetheart. It's a time to, you know, connect, you know, strengthen. It's about you, and everything else will follow in place. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. Have a good one.
You too.
All right, guys. If a person is waiting on an answer to a question, go ahead and let me know you want to be part of the live. If you want a full reading from me, I am a love specialist. I'm an astrologer and psychic. My readings are $25, but if you want a free one, these are the mini ones, you know, they're like quick, or a sampler, I guess you could call it. I like to do these on the live. If you want to book one with me, you can do so through my page. If you have a question, put it down below, and I will go ahead and put it down. If I can give you clarity on anything that you need, let me know. So I mean, I have 30 years experience, so obviously if there's an area that you need that's not, you know, what I focus on, I will address it because I'm here to help people out. But I do focus on love, life, clarity, and a lot of career work. All right, so, okay, let's see. Come on, 1 second here, guys. Try to make sure I get to everybody. I think I missed comments or something. Okay. Sorry, I just, when I'm doing those guest things, I miss some comments sometimes. Okay, I think I got everything. Okay, so Patricia, all right, sweetie, let me see if I can add you in on there. Nope, I don't see it. You must have it blocked. All right, guys, so if anybody wants to participate, go ahead and put your question down below. If you want to get a full reading from me, there are 25 in on my page. If you want a free question, go ahead and put it down below, and I will add you on as a guest. You can't have it blocked so that I can go ahead and add you and we can start the reading. So these are complimentary. Thank you for being part of my live stream. I appreciate that. Wait a minute, guys. I think I hit the wrong button. I was trying to add, is it sunshine? Sunshine? Sorry. It doesn't let me, sunshine. I think I invited somebody else. I'm sorry. Because I'm trying to hit, I think you have it blocked. If you have it blocked, I'm not able to add you. Hey guys, how are you? I'm doing some sample love readings, or really just any kind of reading, career, if you need it, you know. And go ahead and put your question down below. I will add you as a guest speaker so we can communicate better. If you want to book a reading, you can do so through the page. They are 25. I think that's what we have to say, the page. We can't say other terminology anymore. Anyway, rules, rules, rules. I don't know. I think it's a feature. So if I press guest, right, the people that have the option available show up. And if you have it blocked, then you don't. So then I can't invite you. I mean, I think you can invite me. I know, it's so annoying, right? I think you can do it for me. I think you can send me one. You know, like it works both ways. Oh, there's this little icon on the lower part, and it shows like a little pink person and a little blue person next to these two links. And if you click on it, it's to invite people, and then it, like, everyone on the chat that has it open is listed on there. So you have some kind of restriction or something. Leah, I doesn't ring a bell, but I know, if you know me, I'm sure I know you back. Doesn't ring a bell. I know a lot of Leahs. Oh, Lil G. Wait a minute. I know that nickname. What's your sign? Are you a Pisces? No. No, you're not the Pisces, right? You are the Pisces? Okay. Let me go ahead. You see, I did remember. You see, oh, sunshine, it worked. Okay, let me, so I'm going to do sunshine, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on Jenny. Okay, Jenny? So just give me 1 second. Okay, let me see. So sunshine, you fixed it. Yay. Sunshine, you fixed it. Yay.
Yes, I fixed it.
Sunshine, you fixed it. Yay.
Yes, I fixed it.
Fine, you fixed it. Yay!
Yes, I fixed it.
Fine, you fixed it. Yay!
Yes, I fixed it.
Fine, you fixed it. Yay!
Yes, I fixed it.
What the hell was that? That was really weird. Did you guys hear my echo like 1,000 times? Or was it just me? Oh my God, what happened to it's possessed? Oh God, no. Oh, let's see. Did she leave? Okay, there she goes. Sunshine, what happened? It knocked you offline. You appeared on the thing and then all hell broke loose when I pushed the button. Try it again. That was so weird. That was bloody weird. Okay, here we go. Did it work now?
Yeah.
Yay, it worked. That was crazy. I heard myself like 50,000 times with my weird little cackle. Okay, how can I help you? Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm good.
All right. What is your sign?
Pisces.
Okay. Oh, it's Pisces night tonight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So how can I help you out?
I had a question. I wanted to know if Chris is in love with me.
Okay. What is his sign?
I think he's a Capricorn.
Okay. If you're not sure, I'll just go by his name. If you're not sure, I'd hate to use a sign that's not his. If you're not sure. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You sound upset.
No, I'm just worried.
We're
Just thinking.
worried about. Okay, sweetie, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's find out. Okay, the first thing I'm going to ask you is there's a disruption in the connection. So, is he there with you now?
No.
Okay. Uh, any way of communication? Like, in other words, is it something that you're texting him, or is it something that the communication is currently going on?
Texting.
Texting. Okay, so that still counts because see, you and I are digital.
Mm-hmm.
You're not here in the studio. You see.
Yeah.
So texting also is a disruption connection. So this is where this is coming from. So for me to do a reading on a person and you're exchanging, or you within the hour you've been exchanging dialogue or communication, it's going to confuse things. So
Well, I'm not texting him right now. The last time I heard from her was like hours ago.
I
It was
understand,
out.
but there's a lot of turbulence with the connection, so this is very difficult to penetrate like this. Um, let me see. Okay, give me 1 second, okay?
Okay.
1, 2 of 4, 3, and 4. Okay, I have a message for you. The first thing is that in the morning, and in the morning can be when the sun is out, or
Mhm.
it can be when it becomes well, it's already AM, but I don't know what time frame you're in, but it's either like twilight or when the sun is rising or when the sun is in the early morning, there's going to be a breakup. So this is when the breakup sets in. So that doesn't mean that's forever. It means that there's something where blocking and breaking up is something that is so. If people are married, that means someone just packs their bags and spends the night somewhere else. It can mean that there's coldness and people block each other. It could mean that someone says something very harsh and there's like this determinant, not like closure for a while of communication. You understand what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
trying to let you know that very early in the morning. So today is the 9th, so between the 9th and the 10th, but mostly the 9th,
Mhm.
there's going to be something harsh that occurs between you and him, vocally, verbally, with a lot of hurt things, feelings, and words. And there's also going to be some family drama that gets involved because of the situation. So
Okay.
that means a mess is coming. Brace yourself.
Mhm.
But these things, it's not the end of the world. Things settle down and things, become calm again. Um, so yeah, your stress that you have is anticipating an ugly day, an ugly situation with this. My suggestion is don't fuel it. Is there anything that you can do that if he presses buttons, you can react in a very different way that can kind of cool things off?
Mm, I mean, not talk to him, I guess. Like, just let him have his space. I
Well,
mean,
it's just confrontational. So that stress that you have, that worry that you have, it's
mhm.
not for no reason. You're very intuitive, so you're picking up on some drama that's going to happen.
Okay.
Your question on being in love is, I'm going to ask it in a different way. Give me a second. There is in love feelings there.
Okay.
And when I say there is in love feelings, it's a combination of attraction. It's a combination of, because when someone finds someone handsome or pretty and they're drawn to them, that helps. And then love is when there's been a bond and there's a real connection there. But then that can be stressed by words, family, friends, stressors, money. A lot of things can aggravate sometimes.
Yeah.
And the connection has suffered because of toxic crap that doesn't need to be there. And not only that, his maturity, the way that he has dealt with things. So he has a good heart and he's very sweet and sensitive, but he can also be very harsh and immature. So he is in love with you, but his way of showing it, he expects you to be the one that is always in the wrong and he's always in the right. That's not fair. So that's why I'm saying to you, there is love and you're going to go through a rougher part. I think if you tell yourself that if, when you go through this stressor that's coming, relax and say to yourself, oh, it'll blow over. It's gonna be better. And, and that way you don't live so stressed out and you don't lose sleep over it. It's coming. I'm telling you it's coming. So what you can do is you can just make it in a way so that things go smoother for you until you make up and then things get better,
Okay.
But to answer your question, yes, he is in love with you. It's just that he's also, you can't change his personality right now,
That's true.
I hope that helps, sweetheart.
It does. Thank you.
All right, sweetie, have a good one.
You.
Okay. Let's see. This next one is let's see. Jenny, did you? Okay, let's see. So this is. One second. Oh wait, no, I was trying to. Jenny, I don't see. Oh, I see you here. Yes, I do. Did you get it? Did you get the invitation?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, I just sent for your mini read online.
Don't be upset at me, but which Jenny are you? Because I know Lil G. Are you the one that got the reading from the cat, or it was something for your dad? Or am
Yes,
I confusing
your
you?
cat.
Okay. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Okay, let's see. So you're going to do the free mini one, and then you booked one, or what am I doing here? Am I doing the
No, I
free
just
one?
thought because I thought the mini read would have more detail, so I sent you my information through there, just like a new love reading.
Hang on one second. What am I looking for here? So which one did you get? It's called which one?
In your bio it said the mini psychic reading for $25
Okay.
with your name, like your question, and then your birthday. Your birthday and the time of birth.
Okay. So one second here. I'm in the wrong account. That way I can pull up your question that you put in there, right? Like the answers that you put.
Yeah, well, I just basically asked for like a new love, not talking to anyone. Like, what do you see for love?
All right. Don't think about it, Kat. Well, before my stream, I should have had this open so that I could see the things. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
If you hear noises, those are my cats messing around in boxes that they're not supposed to be in. So they're taking advantage that I can't yell at them right now. Okay, it must have been through PayPal then, because I don't see it in the Apple one. Right?
I think so. Well, I paid Apple Pay, but it wanting to do through PayPal, yes.
So annoying, these things. I appreciate your patience.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, so I don't see it, so I'm just going to do it anyway. It's you know that PayPal has Cloudflare, so if you log
Oh,
in too many times, it gives you like an error.
I think
And
I got an emailed receipt if you want me to forward it to you.
nah, don't worry about it. I trust you. So let me just do the one that you wanted. So it's called the Mind Read is the one that you wanted? No.
It just said mini read psychic reading. And then it asked like what my question was and then my birthday and time of birth.
Okay, in my shop I don't see it, so you must have an old link to an old one that I had and it's cached because in my shop I don't have that. But it
Whatever
doesn't,
the link was in your bio.
yeah, that took you to the purple thing, the link tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see it on there, but it doesn't matter because
Oh.
I'll do it anyway. It doesn't matter. So go ahead and give me the so you want me to give you a horoscope on your love life, correct? That's what you want?
Yeah, like a mini read on my love life, yeah. Like what
Of
you
what's
see coming
coming
in for love.
of
Mm-hmm.
what's coming in, like what, okay, what to expect. Okay. Because
Yeah.
yeah, all right. I will do that right now.
Okay.
And you did did I ever do your chart for anything? Do I have any of that?
Yeah.
I did.
A couple years ago.
Usually I don't save that, but sometimes in my software, sometimes in the back, sometimes it has like a list. I'll try to put, what could I put you under? Jenny or what? Like what?
I maybe a little G or
Maybe it could. I could have that way you don't have to repeat anything. So let's see. Do you have, is yours, um, gosh, what's with the slow start today, right? Usually I'm right on it. Are you March 18th, 1983?
no.
No.
March 20th, 1997 at 1:11 p.m.
Oh, yes, Sacramento.
Yes.
Yes, I see it. Okay. So I'm going to run a horoscope with that. So let me do that. Almost there, almost there. Okay. Okay. I'm there. I have it. All right,
Okay.
let's see. Let's take a look. So the first thing I see starting this reading is there is a man that is going to try to be back in the picture. What I mean by that is this can be someone maybe you knew years ago, maybe you studied in school with him, or maybe you know of him, whether you've dated or not. You know, some people like date, break up, years later they meet again, they start dating again. I don't know what the deal is with this guy, but this guy is related to, you know, something connected to your past, and it's new. Are you aware of anyone wanting to date you that you're not maybe interested, and he has expressed that?
Not really. Not that I know of anyone.
Okay, so this will be occurring. Now, one of the key elements, let me find out if he's a new connection in a familiar old place, or if he's or the other way around. Hang on 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. It looks like yeah, I got it. Okay. Okay, you're going to be introduced to this guy, or he could be pointed in your direction. So you don't know him, but what's familiar is when you start to talk and get to know each other, it's like you're going to realize the frequency and pattern of, oh, you shop there too. Oh, I was there last week. Or, oh, yeah, I used to hang out there. So there's a familiarity with where the vicinity of where you are, the parameters of your neighborhood or your area of where you are. There's something very similar with him. That's why I thought, you knew him from the past, but you don't, but you have that in common. So you do have the neighborhood or the city or the town in common. You will be introduced. And what I mean by that is, because it's not literal, it's figurative. So it can be that someone points you out that he knows, and they'll say, what about her? Why don't you ask her out? Or if you liked her, it suggested. So sometimes a suggestion or someone pointing, because you got to think of it the other way too. If your friend that you're close to, and she notices that you think someone's cute, but you don't reach out, and then she kind of nudges you, yeah, you should try it, you should go for it. That's kind of introducing in a way. So I don't know how it's going to exactly play out, but there's something like introduction that takes place. So that is very important. And this person also has a very strong, what they just lived through in their life, you're going to be able to help them, and they also will shed light on something for you. So that means that there's a deeper role destiny-wise with this guy. You understand what I mean by that? Yes, it's romantic, but what comes from this relationship, or what comes from this connection, because you don't necessarily know if you're going to want to date him or not. He seems like he's good looking in what I can see here. Usually somebody with this placement has very good features. It's still one of those deep connections. So it's interesting. He may come to you for spiritual things, or after he gets to know you, or you could shed light on something he didn't see before, and then there's something he's going to help you with. So this is very cool.
Like a healing relationship.
Yes. Very much so, but not just healing to heal. It's more like stimulating. There's like, you're going to meet at a very interesting intellectual, spiritual mixture level. So I think that's neat. The only thing I can tell though right away is that the connection may lose its spark if, and it's more on your end. So that means you might go through a phase where you're very choosy, or you're kind of like, I don't know, I've been through so much, so I don't really know right now, I'm not in a rush. And that might kind of not be where he's at, because he's more like, let's do this.
I'm in that phase right now.
It might stay a little longer like that, and that's okay. You know, you could just do the best that you can. You also seemed a little bit spiritually drained, and that's okay because you're going to get very strong again as well. That you're trying to make sense of a lot of things too in your life right now. Okay, let's talk about, there is something that's disruptive here, and this comes from the heart and the emotion. So this is when you internally, because this is part of your love life, the way that you feel, the way that sometimes you could be your own obstacle. Not you, I'm saying in general, people can be their own obstacle sometimes. And in this particular situation, I'm seeing that there's going to be another phase you go through where you want you envision the person that you want to be with to have attributes from someone that you ended something with, kind of like a Frankenstein guy. Oh, if he could have this of this guy and this of that, that would be perfect. I see that choosiness. So is there anyone that you are comparing your future connections with someone in the past? Because this is holding on to heartstrings. This is holding on to a comparison.
Well, I do compare, I think probably for my last relationship, just because the way it ended, and I'm just very guarded now after going through it. Like, there's some things I liked, but some things I really want to avoid at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And yes, you did answer my question, but I was hitting on something a little bit more. It's more like what you felt in the beginning. So this talks about a person being very aware of not only what they want in the relationship and what it's going to look like, but from the beginning when they meet them, like what you envision. I want this, or I'm very particular about this. And then you're so hyper focused on that one thing that you could miss this is like when I guess your perception of what will be is blocked by fear, but it's also thinking of who you were when you first fell in love. So it's like there's this disconnect between who you are now and what you're going to offer and what you offered in the beginning, and you kind of want that part of you back. So when you first fall in love and completely trust, you miss that ability. And now everything is so technical.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's going to change for you. You're not going to stay feeling that. It'll
Thank God.
click back. It'll click back. You're not a robot. It'll click back.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's another thing in your love life. Another thing is this also talks about there's fear of repeating a pattern that you have seen in your family or maybe close friends. So if you have like a brother, a sister, parents, someone that you are afraid of some of the mistakes they've had in their relationship. And it's some of that fear can come up in the next month or so. Oh, I don't want to do that, or oh God, I don't want to be like that, or oh my God, no way. That kind of thinking as well. All right, so the next thing that I see is I see you attracting a new type of guy that is kind of skeptical of spiritual things, which is not really your type because you're the opposite. You're extremely spiritual. You want to be with somebody who believes in that and doesn't look at you like you're weird. But this is you attracting a completely different type of, kind of like an Aquarius, march to their own beat, unique individual, where you can start changing your taste a little bit. So this is also something coming in as well. So they're into different things. In other relationships that you've had, have you ever had to put your own interests aside and put theirs first? Or would you say that it's been even, like they've respected the things you're all about and they've shown interest?
Majority of the time, I would always kind of mold myself to be what they wanted me to be.
Okay, which is very Pisces sun. So you're not weird for that. That's just part of Pisces. I'm going to feel what you feel and I'm going to adapt to it because I can feel your feelings. I'm an empath, that's very normal. Okay, but in this particular case, you're going to have a challenge in doing that because he's so different. So this connection that I see here, I also don't see it lasting too long. Of course, you can make all of these last long if you want to. It just takes harder work. I'm just reading on what's naturally going to be felt, This connection that I see after, so let's see, let's give it a time frame. Okay, let's see, this would be around, it feels like August or September.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like when summer ends and autumn begins, and it's kind of like that mixture time of summery autumn. That is what it feels like to me, and this is when Mr. Different pops in and changes things up. And I would say that this experience is also healing because he opens your horizon. He kind of broadens your scope into things you never considered. What do I mean by that? I don't know. He might be into something like sailing. I made that up. I'm just giving it because I don't know. I'm just trying to give you an example.
Mm.
And maybe he's really into sailing, like really into it. And then you start to discover going out with him to the sea, and you're really like, whoa, it's not my thing, but wow, like I needed this. He might be into something that he just kind of pulls you into his world, and it's different, and it does something for you. It evolves you in a way, and you evolve him because he's not that spiritual and you are. So that's interesting that life is throwing to you different, different choices and different connections in different ways. I think that you've been just kind of open to that chemistry, romance, love at first sight, attraction kind of thing. And the ones that are coming to you are stimulating spiritual and intellect. So it's
Mm-hmm.
interesting how you're getting like a more logical balance,
Mm-hmm. Am I gonna meet the first one you said before that one then? Like,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, it's in order.
Oh.
Okay, so there is someone that your eyes dart towards, like you pick, like you see them and you like them. So this is kind of like one of those like like a little crush, not something too big, but there is someone you're going to see and desire and want because maybe he's very handsome or maybe there's something about him that pulls you in. But you don't do anything about it. So that's a very short-lived thing. That doesn't mean the other ones don't happen. I'm just letting you know that this is layers upon layers of things that are going to be happening. That's all that I see for that one. Which also lets you know that it's also kind of like a wake up thing, because if you've chosen your romantic connections because of that like visual radar, and people coming to you are offering different things, this is also life's way of kind of saying, okay, what are you looking for? Because if you go for the visual right away, judge a book by its cover, you could be missing, it's kind of like your love life is asking you, what really do you want? Is it that attraction that drives you crazy at the beginning, or is it that bond that is happening with the other two? And this is a time where you have to really question, what is it that you really want?
Hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
you're not there yet. You're at a point right now where you're just like, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I'm tired. Whatever it is, it is. I can't do more. I can't go in circles. I'm just going to take it easy. So that's the mindset. But you will be going through different phases. So today it sounds kind of silly what I'm saying, but it will fit. And you don't stay in the same emotion all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I do see you writing or texting flirtatiously with someone, so this is good. That doesn't mean that the other connections have to die or not exist. A woman can date and see what goes her way and leave things open. You could be honest and leave options open at the time, and they can wait. Guys do that too. So I don't know at that point how you'll handle these connections, but it doesn't seem like they're going to just leave the picture if you're not interested. They'll kind of wait on the sidelines. Sometimes guys do that when they really like a girl. They'll kind of wait if you're
Oh.
indecisive. It depends on how you handle it, because I see a lot of friendly connections that don't get cut. That's why I'm saying that to you. So
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting. You might even develop a friendship with these connections if they don't work out romantically, if you decide you don't want to. They're interested. I don't know if you will be.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem like they'll hold your attention too long. So anyway, I do see you going through, and this is probably like end of autumn, around winter, maybe something like that. I do see flirtation, texting or writing or something. It could be verbal as well, communication. Okay, so there's flirtation there. There's writing and everything like that. Writing, I just mean expressing with words is what I'm saying. So it'd probably be text or DM or something along with voice. All right, so expression.
Mm-hmm.
So, which also is dating as well. So I do see you dating someone. I don't see it as serious just yet. Um, and it's actually around January that I see a boyfriend.
Okay.
So, yeah, it looks like if I had to give a more specific scope of time, let's take it from November to January. Let's just do November to January, just to give it a more broad scope. But it seems like the beginning of winter. And that connection could be someone that you meet around that time frame that I was talking about, but it seems new, like new. And he could be a Gemini.
Oh.
Yeah. Or a lot of heavy Gemini in him, which is interesting because Gemini and Pisces, they're very dynamic and very attracted to each other sometimes. And I do have so I don't want to probe into your private thing or anything like that, but I do see the desire to have a little boy. Is that something that you have thought of?
I would like to have 2 kids. I was curious just because I'm so guarded and I've been single for over a year. That's kind of why I wanted to see what you saw because I was kind of wondering when am I gonna date or be open again kind of thing, but it sounds like not for another year. For a
Well,
while, so
because of you.
yeah.
Because of you, not because the universe isn't throwing potential suitors your way.
Yeah.
It's because of your process naturally. Now, what can you do about it? A spiritual love cleanse can change the way you feel. It's not a quick fix. Healing comes from within, but it is a big game changer. So it's okay. So it's like, kind of like, let's say a person wants to gain weight or lose weight. Let's go with the lose weight, and they know they have to, and they have everything. They have their diet plan and they have their trainer and everything, but like they just don't have the motivation. So
Mhm.
sometimes you can do a willpower spell and it just really connects you to the spark that you needed to get it done, and then you work hard at it. So sometimes love cleanses do that. You know,
Mhm.
you have to do the legwork. You have, but it just completely kind of like strips layers off. I don't know. It sounds like you do some kind of Reiki healing too, if I remember. You do, are
Yeah.
you a healer? Yeah. So sometimes if you heal a lot of people and you don't clean yourself enough, that stays in layers.
Mhm.
So you may want to think about that. You may have to cleanse in a new way or a different way to get that off you, because when people come to you with negative energy, that's a very big thing.
Yeah, I don't know how to cleanse that because I was hoping to have like a solid relationship and kids before I'm too far into my 30s. Not that it really matters, but I just turned 29 this year, so I was kind of hoping for something this year or something, but
Okay, let's take a look.
I don't know how to do a cleanse like that.
Okay, that's not a problem. I can always help you with that, and I'll also work within the budget that you know is something that I'll work with you. If people have different budgets and the economy's crazy right now, so I understand, and
Mm-hmm.
I can always do something. I'm writing a book on spiritual cleansing for my, people that follow my stuff, so that they can learn how to do a lot of things on their own.
Oh,
All
cool.
right, so let's see. So you're wanting to know about kids, huh?
Um, I think it would be nice one day to have like a husband and kids, yeah.
Okay. And you deserve it. There's no reason why you shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So everything that I'm asking, everything that I'm seeing is crossed on decisions. So without getting too complicated, I don't think that you should feel like you won't. I think you should be very positive about your future. Um, I think you're going to be very happy, and I think you shouldn't give up on anything. There's no reason why you should. And I see a lot of pretty things in your chart. So, you know, if you're concerned about the whole marriage part, do you know what perfection year you're in? Do you know what that is?
No. What is the
Okay.
perfection?
Okay. So every year, so this is the Time Lord. So every year in astrology, uh, you know, you enter like a specific uh, time frame in your life. So, for example, a lot of people in a certain perfection year, they'll graduate. Most people. Another one, they'll get married. Another one. So every perfection year kind of like opens a doorway of opportunity for it. And if you're in a marriage one, that heightens your opportunity even more. Um, so you said you turned 29 or 39.
I turned 29 this year.
Okay, so you're still young, sweetheart. You're still
Yeah.
young. Let's be honest. The ageism online is disgusting, and women have babies even up to 50. Okay, let's be honest. Okay, I read for women that they have unwanted pregnancies at 50. Okay, so the ageism is disgusting. There's science, there's technology, there's all kinds of things. Um, Please do not give up. Do not feel sad. You're very motherly, and you have plenty in your chart that shows you will have a very happy relationship and stable. You just have to get there. and you have dealt with frogs, and they left a bad stigma. But I'm telling you, what I feel that you have is, I think you're internalizing. I think two things are going on with you right now. Number one is, I think that because so much has not panned out the way you wanted in different areas of your life in the past couple of years, and 2 years ago was a very hard time for you. I feel that you're tired from that because you're a person that gets inspiration from knowing what's ahead. Like you know, you're very sensitive in many ways spiritually, if you understand what I'm saying, like sensitive in that way.
Yeah.
And if you don't have something to fuel that energy, kind of like art, you kind of, you can get depressed, you can get sad, you don't sleep right, your nightmares, it affects you a lot. And I also think that you have a lot of sludge from the people that you help. You may not, may not see it, but do you have jewelry that breaks? Do you have a lot of things that, do you notice things like that? Things that you drop, things that just a lot that you kind of feel,
I
that you're
haven't
centered?
broken anything, but
That's
I
good.
have noticed I have noticed just like a drain in energy, but I started a new job that is like communications where you're dealing with people all day. So I also think that's also just really draining for me.
Very, very draining.
I don't really like it, but I'm kind of at the point where I feel like I just gotta pick something just because I wasn't making too much doing Reiki. So I was just trying to find something different.
You should never give it up. There's highs and lows, and there's ways to grow a community. That kind of side hustle, you gotta have, like long term. You know about that, right? Like online marketing, you have to kind of have content and a community. You got to be patient with that kind of thing. But you should never give that up. But as far as your career, let's see.
Yeah, I just started this new career in January, but I'm also more of an introvert. But like I said, it's like I'm talking to people all day. Like it's like phone calls, like sales kind of. And I'm just tired like all the time.
Do you have you had blood work recently, like checkups, and make sure your iron is okay, your vitamins, all of that stuff?
I did recently with blood work, just blood pressure. I don't know about blood work, but I've always had low iron.
Yeah, so you could be a little anemic, sweetheart. That can also cause a lot of, tiredness. Um, let's see.
You can see all that in astrology?
Yes, you can do medical astrology. Absolutely.
Oh wow. That's cool.
Um, why don't you study astrology?
I don't know where to begin.
Oh, I can help
Seems
you
very
out with that.
complicated.
You seem like you'd be great at it. Okay. Yeah. Do you have bone pain sometimes and you're very cold?
I'm always cold.
Okay. Do your bones hurt sometimes?
Um, Maybe I'm like sore. I don't know, like
Okay.
hurt. I don't know
Yeah.
about hurt, but
Those are minerals and things like that. It sounds like it's diet, sweetheart. Diet and stress. It's having blood work, which is a basic metabolic panel. A lot of people, if they don't have insurance and stuff, you can just go to a lab like Quest or Quest Diagnostics or LabCorp or one of those places. And a lot of times, because of the economy and everything, they have packages. And you fast and you go in there and you pay like a flat fee, $30, $45, $25, and they run, like cholesterol and your iron and everything. And if at least you get an idea of whatever's in range or out of range. So this seems like mineral deficiencies. This seems like You also, like I said, just, I don't diagnose or anything like that. I'm just telling you to go get blood work. But I'm saying that addressing your iron is something that is important. And if you are eating protein and you're not having vitamin C, then your body can't hold on to iron. So if you're having heavier cycles and stuff like that, that's also a sign of, anemia, iron anemia and stuff. So you want to get that checked, and then their doctor will let you know what to supplement with. And some people are allergic to iron supplements and stuff, but having like a piece of chicken with an orange, or having or not just orange, you can also have kale with a protein, or fish, or if you're vegan, then you would do the beans with the kale, whatever it is. So it's those bonds that help you hold on to iron. But yeah, that and stress will make you very tired. As far as your career, this is just a job that you have, what's going on right now. That's not where you're going to shine.
I don't feel like I will. I don't really like it.
Yeah, this part of your life is just a phase, and things are going to realign, and you're going to feel a hell of a lot better. This is just a tough summer. I would say that the summertime, this like spring, summer, is kind of like a bummer a little bit. Your social life could pick up a bit if that's something that you're into. It can lift your spirits. But you're going to see this shift. You're not going to be in the same emotional place you are, as the year transitions into like, autumn and winter. But I suggest spiritual cleansing. And then once you have a cleansing regimen, then amulets and stuff help out. So your personal space, your car, the body. After every time I read, why do I have my head covered? It's your head chakra. No matter what, I have bandanas, I have handkerchiefs, I have things. I never have my head exposed. I have amulet. I look like a Christmas tree with amulets on, and I never read without a glass of water. This is not to drink. This absorbs negative energy, and when I'm done, I do a cleansing ritual and I sage my things. And it's not just sage, because sage is sacred, but there's a lot of other things that I do. And then there's like big cleanses I do with the moon cycles, and then I do something in my doorway, and I do something. Spiritual people need to have a very strong, I'm a magical practitioner, so I have a very strong regimen on cleansing. I even cleanse my pets, because there's negative energy so if you clean people for a living and you do a lot of things like that, you have to strengthen yourself. And I think that addressing the spiritual is going to help you out, and also addressing your minerals and stuff like that. Get a little checkup. It doesn't hurt. It's always good. Even if you hate the doctor, you can't hate science, because science will tell you what's out of whack, what's in check. You always got to advocate for yourself and be proactive. And you seem really drained spiritually, and also there's something else going on. And like I said, it could be the iron. And also hydrate well. I don't know if you're drinking enough water as well, because you have here Saturn in the 10th, so that's also can be. Are you drinking like more coffee than usual, or?
Ever since I started this job, I think I noticed, actually, it's funny you say that. Yesterday, I was like, I think I've been having one bottle of water and like coffee all day, because also everyone at the office is very like, oh, coffee time, or like, oh, let's get coffee. And now I'm starting to get into that habit.
Yeah, that can make
And
you jittery.
it's really
and
bad.
exhausting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the cleansing sounds nice. If you think it'll help, because I really would like to meet someone and not feel like stuck, I guess, or
There's two different directions. There's a person can spiritual cleanse just for that energy boost, and then a person can spiritual cleanse for the love energy. So to lift your spirits with your romantic vibrations up. like for you to really, so that there are formulas, there are different ways that you do that. So there's a cleanse of removing sludge and stuff, and then there's one for love. If you want to address the love, let me know and I'll let you know. I'll work with you, and there's a lot of things that I can recommend as well that you can just go buy and mix. And then if you need something hardcore, I can make it for you, and I'll work within your budget, because obviously, you just started that job, and you're just gonna get it done, and we can talk about it. You could text me if you want, or whatever is easier for you, and that's fine. And we'll address that, and you let me know how you want to proceed. You can either work on you and see if that fixes it, or if you want to do both, or you want to just do the love one. Whatever it is. And if you decide not to do any of them, still hydrate, check your minerals, get yourself a little checkup, address your iron if that's what it is. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, deep sleep. I don't know if you wear a smartwatch that monitors your sleep, how deep it is. That can deplete someone and also make them more depressed and stuff like that. Also changes in day and night, being up too late or working in a place where it's disrupting your day and night cycle, can also be very tiring. And anything else that you can have in your personal space that is from the past, that has energy in it as well. So if you have something that is in your personal space, jewelry or something, maybe put it in a box and leave it somewhere else. Is there anything like clothing or things that can have essence, strong essence from someone in the past romantically, that shouldn't be in your personal space?
My ex gifted me a perfume and a nice designer bag. So
Does it
I
bother
didn't really
you?
want to get rid of them.
No, because you like those items.
Yeah. But
Okay,
if it's
they're pretty. Nobody's telling you to
yeah.
get rid of them. They're beautiful. But maybe add like a little crystal in it or something, because it's got an energy to it,
Okay.
you know? Believe it or not, it has an energy signature to it.
Okay.
It was a gift given in hopes of, love. So it still has, it's kind of tricky. It's in a way, if you look at it from the eyes of just a girl, it's just pretty stuff. We all
Yeah.
look pretty things. But when you look at it in the eyes of a spiritual person, you start to see how that's why I'm saying that, because you have this aspect going on in your third and second, and that's holding back. That's from the past. So I do see that. I'm not saying get rid of it. I'm saying try to do something where you cleanse it, where you add like a crystal to it, or something like obsidian, something like a rainbow obsidian, something like onyx. Just drop a bracelet in there, and you're going to see this disconnect. Those are things that are important too. Is there
Okay.
anything else that you wanted me to look into?
No, just the love sounds like just for me to kind of recap. So follow up with the cleanse, and then otherwise I'll kind of meet two people by August, and one will really want something serious, but I'm gonna be kind of on guard, and it just seems like flirty, but like a boyfriend by January kind of thing.
5 people.
Oh, 5 people.
So the one that is introduced, that is the one you said, you used the words healing, and I agreed. The other one is the connection from something from the past. Then the one that's more Aquarian in nature, kind of. And then the one that you would crush on, but nothing would come from it, and it wouldn't be too much of one with a flirtatiousness, communicative, and then the one that I like the most, which is a boyfriend possibility if you're in the right mindset.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's 5, 6, kind of, if you want to count the other one. Yeah, which is not really one, so it's like 5, I would say.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Um, and that would be it. And yeah.
Okay.
And it's really about you. It's where you're at emotionally and in a way physically, mind, body, soul, it's all connected. You're the one that's not ready for the action that's around you. You're the one that's just not ready at this time. Your love life is ready, and the people that are coming into the picture or wanting to be in the picture or radiating towards you, you have a lot more options than these. It's just that these are the ones that are showing up that are significant.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's not
Yeah.
your love life, it's you.
I was gonna say I want to be ready really bad, but I'm also just very scared. So
You
that
shouldn't
makes
be.
sense.
You shouldn't be. You're cautious, and you're not going to make the same mistakes twice,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you afraid of?
I think the last one just really blindsided me. It was pretty bad breakup. And there's a lot of stuff that happened. So,
Were you ever involved with a Taurus?
um, no, the last person I was, unless it was in his chart, he was a Leo, and then almost basically everybody else was a Scorpio.
I remember the Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I remember. Didn't I do a reading on him once with you?
Yeah, you even said, before it all happened, you were like, something about it at the end was gonna change the way I like approach love for like forever. I was like, whoa, okay, what's gonna happen? And it happened.
Oh, I don't remember that, sweetheart, but I'm sorry. All I can tell you is you're going to be fine. You're going to be
Hmm.
absolutely okay. You had to let that go. You had to the connection had to go. You will rebuild. You're very resilient. You will rebuild. You'll see. And allow yourself time to heal, and don't be scared. Feel excited again. Oh, you're a Leo
Okay.
moon. You're so sensitive. You're a Leo moon, and you're a Cancer rising, right? Yeah,
I think so.
yeah. So you're very sensitive. Aw. You have Leo moons and you have the sun and the moon luminaries. Oh my God. Both of them. No wonder you're so sensitive. Um, you're gonna be absolutely okay. You know?
Okay.
The only thing is that you will this year, if you really look at it like through Saturn's eyes, through lessons eyes, father time, I guess they say, wisdom is just trying to teach you to question the pattern you always go for, and to also look at things that are brilliant and shine that you didn't notice before. So like to look at
Mhm.
things in someone in a different way, to change your angle and perspective on what you're looking for. Um, you know, when you saw the Leo, what was the first thing that drew you to him? Was it his looks, or was it the things he said?
I thought he was handsome, but it was when we had like a common experience. Like he was from the same area I was in, and then he mentioned, "Oh, I was," because I used to be like work with kids. So he's like, "Oh, I worked with kids too." So it was like immediately there was a lot of similarities.
Right, right. So kindred souls. So you felt like part of each other. I see that. Okay, so your ascendant being Cancer, very, you know, let's make a home. Let's, this is mine and yours, and let's bond. And okay, let's build something pretty together. And then Leo, very, very motherly and very, family. Family is everything to Leo. Very sacred. So I can understand that. But the Aries part of you is just very like, I have to get things going now. The thing is, Aries goes through points where they burn themselves out emotionally and then they recharge. And when they recharge, they can be extra. and then they crash and burn for a little while. And then they kind of like have down times and then they're like up again. So, yeah, you're going to be fine. Just be positive. And I think that what you should be looking at is maybe the way that your angle should switch a little bit so that when you are, going through all these frogs that could be a prince, you should be looking at some of the qualities they have as a person. Instead of looking at, oh, we're kindred spirits and we complement each other, think to yourself, how does he treat his mother? How does he treat his pets? What's he really made of? How tender is this man? I think that if you start to learn the different cues and things that you need in your moon sign and your rising, you're going to be okay. So, for example, dedication, loyalty, forgiveness, for you to see a very tender streak in him. So you're a Leo moon. If you were to be picky and choosy, I would say maybe look for someone with a Sagittarius rising. That would be interesting for you. Someone with a Sagittarius placement wouldn't be a bad idea, because you have Aries, so Aries and Sag. You have Leo moon. Leo and Sag is very complementary. And you have the Cancer, and Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. So they understand each other very well, and they laugh incredibly. Sagittarius and Cancer laugh incredibly. You're going to be drawn a great deal, mostly to water in your life. But the interesting thing is that there's going to be a very interesting Taurus pull in your love life as well, that you will see as well, which is Earth, and that's interesting.
All of my closest friends I had growing up that were girls, though, were Tauruses. So that's interesting.
Yeah, you're always going to draw Tauruses near you a lot. Yeah, that's always going to be something very, very common. And the Leo that was in your past, he had no Taurus in him? He was not a rising or a moon Taurus?
I don't really know what his charts were. I just know that he was a Leo.
Well, you can
Same
find
birthday
out.
as my dad.
Well, you know that he can have I'm sorry, you can find out someone's moon sign by that free site, moongiant.com. It's awesome for accurate as hell for moon sign, but it's not so accurate for moon phases. There's mistakes in the moon phase calculations, but it's excellent for the sign. So you just go to moongiant.com and find the little rainbow moon that says where you're born on a full moon. You click on it, and then you just put month, day, year, and it'll tell you the sign of the moon. Don't go too much by the phase, but just go by the sign, and it will tell you. And if he's a Taurus, then that's very, very important. Love wise, in the future, if you ever do any kind of love astrology deeper, like when you are actually dating someone, we're going to need that information, because there's something important with Taurus in your love life.
Okay.
We're gonna have
There was Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, by all means, cut me off. I talk a lot. Go ahead.
I was gonna say too, because you mentioned the Sagittarius. On Halloween, someone approached me. I only went on 2 dates with him, but he was a Sagittarius, it turned out, and it was my first time like dating a Sagittarius. And he seemed like he could have been really sweet, and he was very affectionate, but I didn't really feel like he was looking for anything serious. But I liked, like, there was like a difference. Like, I'd never talked to a Sagittarius before.
They're very funny.
So it's interesting.
They're very, very funny, hilarious, and your Cancer side will appeal to it, and your Leo side will appeal to it very much. So Sag is not a bad sign for you. especially if, his moon is complementary to yours. There's gonna, but it's Sagittarius in general is something quite healthy for you. I know these things you can't be too picky, but you never know. You can manifest, you never know. I just see that would be a healthy connection, but unfortunately, I'm seeing such a pull towards Taurus guys. I know you haven't dated any yet, but I'm telling you, there's a pattern with Taurus, and Taurus being very difficult for you love wise. Of course, you're young, so you still have a couple more years before you enter that. Okay, now I'm ready. So there's a lot of brides now that are a little bit older than you. A lot of women are getting married older and stuff. So don't worry about it. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're going to be fine and you're going to get married. So don't worry.
Okay. It's also just family pressure. I'm the only girl, so
Yeah.
it's a lot of like, well, when are you gonna get a boyfriend? When are you gonna have? So it also just gets me in that mindset, I think.
Yeah, that's difficult and annoying. But what can you do?
Yeah.
Just say, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Just keep saying that. If you keep asking me, I'm going to say I'm not. I'm going to be a nun. Just say something like that. I'll leave you alone. But I want you to really be positive. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Nothing, no reason to be negative at all, sweetheart.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Lucy. I really
All right,
appreciate
no problem.
this.
If you have any other concerns or questions that you forgot, you can always reach out, and that's it. Don't worry about it. And, just pop in, tell us the good news, or whatever, if you have any to share. I like that. I want to know you finally have a good boyfriend, but I'm not pressuring you like family. I'm not going to be added to the list of pressuring you.
Okay.
Okay. All right,
Thank
sweetheart. Have a
you.
good one.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, how are you? Thank you for being part of the live stream. Let's see. Hey, ice cream. Sorry I missed your comment, sweetheart. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out whose comment I missed. Oh, I tried to answer everybody. All right, you guys, I'll be back. Have a lovely evening or morning, wherever you're at. Thank you for being part of my live stream. You can always check out my Substack and different links. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.